As you know, measles are a hot topic right now. Dr. Helen Kuroki, Chief Medical Officer of Women's Care Florida, who oversees all of their providers, is here to break it down for us. We have a lot to get into this morning.
Good morning.
So happy to have you here.
Pleased to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's talk about measles again. This is, I mean, everybody you talk to, families that you talk to, this is what people are buzzing about. We're a little concerned, as we should be, but explain what measles are, why we need to make sure that this is top of the mind right now.
Sure. It's a childhood illness caused by a highly contagious virus that's been around for years and years.
It's been around, but
Yes.
we were saying most doctors probably haven't seen it in the...
That's right. We've seen very few cases in the United States since about 1994. However, this year we've seen almost 900 cases, most cases that we've had in 25 years. So you'll see many doctors who have never actually diagnosed a case of measles themselves.
I mean, this is just crazy to me, and here we are dealing with it again. I know we have a picture that we're going to show, because I had lots of questions when I saw this picture. I feel like we see it a lot on social media and different things. So this example right here, how far is this breakout? I mean, is this the common, is this what it looks like?
This is a pretty common picture for measles. So it takes you about 1 to 2 weeks from the time you're infected to actually develop the rash.
Okay.
The rash starts at the top of your head, moves its way down across your chest, and then across your arms and legs. It takes about 4 days overall to get the rash. Yes, and you don't feel well when you have the disease. High fever.
Itchy? Is it?
Rash can be itchy. You can have a fever, runny nose. Ultimately, you can get pneumonia.
Okay.
You can even have some problems related to hearing loss and encephalitis, which is a swelling of the brain. That's very serious. That lands you in the intensive care unit.
Are kids more at risk than adults? Does it tend to hit, you know, or show the symptoms more aggressively in one age population over the other?
Well, we can see it in any age group. We more frequently see it in youngsters because they play together, and it passes from one child to another very quickly. But because we have many adults who are not vaccinated, we'll see it in adults as well. We also see it in groups that are immunocompromised, like their immune system doesn't work well because they're on chemotherapy, for example. But we see it in pregnant women, and that's a special group and a special concern for us.
Yeah. So what do we, you know, here in the Bay Area, what is our risk factor right now? Obviously, this can change. It's day by day. So what do you want people in the Bay Area to know about?
The CDC, the Center for Disease Control, is following this very carefully. We've had almost 900 outbreaks across the country this year alone, which is much higher than anything we've seen in the last 20+ years. We've had an outbreak in Pinellas County, 1 case determined there, 1 case in Orlando, and the government has identified 25 counties in the United States at highest risk of an epidemic. Hillsborough, home to Tampa, is one of them, and Orange County, where Orlando resides, is the other, mostly because we have such great visitors here from all over the world, and unfortunately some of them come from countries where there are outbreaks now and bring it here to the United States with them.
So what can families, what can parents, what can we do to go ahead and try to the best we can?
So the key message is vaccinate. Vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. Your little ones get vaccinated once around their first birthday, and again before they go to kindergarten, and that protects them about 97% of the time. For adults, if you're not sure, you can get a blood test, a titer, to see if you're immune.
Did most adults though? I mean, that was part of the routine?
So those born before 1957, who are about 62 this year, almost all of them have had measles, so they don't have to be vaccinated. Those of us who are a little bit younger than that, most of us were vaccinated before we went to kindergarten. But if our immunity has worn off, we may need a booster shot.
So if you are unsure, though, there is a blood test that you can...
That's exactly right.
Okay. And then for pregnant women, or maybe someone who's thinking about becoming pregnant?
So if you're thinking about being pregnant and you're not sure if you've been vaccinated, get the blood test and we can vaccinate you prior to pregnancy. In pregnancy, we cannot vaccinate you. It's a live, although weak vaccine, and could cause a problem for the newborn. However, as soon as you're delivered, you can get that vaccination, including if you're breastfeeding.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate you diving into this topic. I know a lot of people still have questions. We're just scratching the surface of this. But let's go ahead. Here's some helpful websites. I know your website is on there as well. And certainly people need to be educated, keep informed on this. We know, again, this can change day by day as well.
Every week it changes,
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Appreciate being here. Thank you.